I had become a Christian as a student at Exeter University College, then part of London University. I was a student, and at the universities, they always, every 3 years, there is a mission. February 1949. I was asked by members of the Christian Union to go to the meetings, and I left it to the last meeting on Sunday, last meeting Sunday, and I went. Don't ask me how. It's still a miracle to me that somehow I'd always ask questions, and I'm still asking questions. My family say, I'd ask why. Who's behind all this? What God? What about God? Yes, usually I was asking questions within myself, but I didn't ask questions of other people, even though I listened to what other people had to say at our meetings in my hall of residence. It just happened. The preacher was John Stott, a young curate then. And he must have just spoken. I can't remember the exact words, but that was the point when I became a Christian. And then I knew, I was told, you must share it with somebody. So I went back home. I went back to my room at university in my hall of residence, and I talked to a girl who was a member of this, who went to church. And I think she certainly went to church, and she accepted it. But I started going to church. But I had been to church as a child. I'd been to our chapel. Well, it was a very old nonconformist chapel. I went as a child to Sunday school, and I knew all the stories, but they never came alive. I'd read at school doing RE. It was St Paul's journeys were just sort of like a geography lesson. What I discovered was when I became a Christian, it became alive, and there was meaning behind it. You could see, you could understand it. Well, I suppose the main thing I think about is his compassion, his love, but also, as I say, his faithfulness. You see, to me, because when I've had my operations, God's always provided me with what I needed. I've had this and that, all sorts of things happen to me, and He's always looked after me. Well, that's that. And faith is quite difficult, I think, because sometimes you think I haven't got enough of it, and I'm always asking questions, and so I just have to ask the Lord to help me. Yeah. Compassion, all the things, graciousness, all the things you think of, the characteristics of God. And sometimes when I'm looking now, you think, well, you must believe there's a God because of all this beauty outside, you see. Well, I just hang on to God. I think, well, God has created all this. There must be some reason or purpose. He obviously got it in control. And we all say this in my, when I ring up all the members of my home group, I try every week, and it's good. Yes, I suppose you just hold on to God, I think, and you look around and think, think of all, you go over your past and think, well, He's helped me in this situation. The Lord is helping me through the aging process, and I want to thank Him for His love, grace, and all that He is. He is a faithful God and has looked after me over many years and provided me with so much. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. 2 verses from Lamentations, chapter 3, verses 22 and 23. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed by for His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Great is your faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, your name has provided. Great is your faithfulness, Father, to me. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 says, but the fruit of the Spirit is faithfulness. And the psalmist says in Psalm 119, verse 30, I have chosen the way of faithfulness. I have set my heart on your laws. The challenge to us all is to be faithful to God as we walk with him daily.